Hi there guys, I hope you are all having a good day. Now Anthony Joshua has responded to claims that he has lost weight, and he has also spoke out about his sparring during his camp for the Andy Ruiz Jr. rematch. This is what Anthony Joshua had to say. I think it's more to do with the angles of the photos. I am still as strong and heavy as ever. Weight is a big factor in the heavyweight division these days, but I don't think it should be such a big deal. I am not really focused on my weight, I am focused on my sparring. I could weigh anything, but it just comes down to how I perform in the ring. I've sparred 6 times, and after a chat with Rob, we decided which one was my best spar. We will know what weight I was and adjust to that. I will never get my weight down and then adjust my sparring to that. I am not concerned with anything apart from how I am performing in the ring. My sparring has always been technical, and David Haye has never been in my camp. I only needed 16 fights to become world champion. I have always been a fighter. You cannot be lacking anything, and I have not been protected. Rob has not been tying anyone's arm behind their back and letting me fight with 2. So, obviously, the last segment of that statement is in response to David Haye explaining that Carlos Takam told him that Anthony Joshua only does technical spars and he needs something very different to prepare for Andy Ruiz Jr. So obviously Anthony Joshua has put that one to bed as well. And obviously David Haye has never been in camp with Anthony Joshua. And I am given to understand that the Frenchman Carlos Takam will be joining Anthony Joshua's camp very soon. That has been confirmed by Rob McCracken. So obviously Anthony Joshua is varying his sparring. He has brought in Timothy Motton into his camp, whose dimensions are very similar to Andy Ruiz Jr.'s. Also, there has been the cruiserweight Andrew Tabiti, who flew in from the Mayweather gym in Las Vegas, and then the German Albon Pervazaj, who has been working with Vladimir Klitschko. So obviously Anthony Joshua is varying his sparring. Some fast guys, some pressure guys, some big guys, and short as well in Timothy Motton, who is very similar to Andy Ruiz Jr. when you consider the dimensions. But this varied sparring will mean that Anthony Joshua is prepared for anything in the ring. That is obviously what he is doing. Anthony Joshua is not focused on his weight, although he has lost a bit of weight. He does look slimmer, but not by that much. Anthony Joshua is not worried about his weight, he just wants to make sure that his sparring is on point, and his weight will be what it will be. And also Rob McCracken had his own opinion on sparring and how Joshua's camp is going. This is what he had to say. Since Josh has been a professional, sparring partners have always come here and tried to rip his head off and make a name for themselves. This group of sparring partners has done really well and pushed him in every step of the way, and we will still have 3 very important spars ahead where our strategy is going to be carried out, and they are still to come. So clearly there are some good noises coming from Anthony Joshua's camp, and he is going to be fully prepared in the best way he can for Andy Ruiz Jr. this time, because he has ample time to prepare, and he is going to bring in the sparring partners necessary to replicate the style of Andy Ruiz Jr. and different aspects of his game, and make sure that Anthony Joshua is prepared for anything. Because obviously, if he is comfortable in an uncomfortable situation, if he is that conditioned in sparring, then that will translate into the fight. Obviously, Anthony Joshua is better off learning in the gym rather than in the fight itself, and that is clearly what he is putting into motion during his camp for Andy Ruiz Jr. And Rob McCracken is clearly happy with what he is seeing. There is good sparring partners in there for Anthony Joshua, very varied, and different opponents with different styles, different heights, different power, and different speed and pressure as well. Derek Chisora, Carlos Takam, Albon Pervazaj, and obviously Timothy Motton as well. Even Tom Little went in for a little bit, I think. So very different sparring partners, different styles, and Anthony Joshua will be ready for Andy Ruiz Jr. on December 7th. But guys, what are your thoughts on this? Anthony Joshua's statement about his sparring, and obviously Rob McCracken's as well. Do you believe that Anthony Joshua is in a good place mentally and physically for the rematch against Andy Ruiz Jr.? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, click the thumbs up, and subscribe if you are new. Thanks guys.